DreamWorks has a lot of good and a lot of bad movies. No, DreamWorks movies are mostly good. With the very few exceptions, DreamWorks usually has good quality movies. Even the movies that are more hated among the DreamWorks bats, for example, the Boss Baby series, is not really. I don't really hate the Boss Baby series. Is still pretty enjoyable, but we all know what's the worst DreamWorks movie of all time. No, it is not Trolls for the jokes. I hate Trolls. I don't want to see it. I don't plan on seeing it ever. And, yep. But now we'll be discussing the real question. What is DreamWorks' worst movie? Well, we have to go back to 2004. Shark Tale. This is easily DreamWorks' worst movie. I absolutely despise this movie. So, this is basically So, Finding Nemo came out like a year before. So, DreamWorks was like, you know what? We made movies like Shrek, masterpieces, and we made a lot of 2D animated movies and stuff. But you know what? People love Finding Nemo, so let's make our own Finding Nemo. So, of course, DreamWorks made this piece of trash. It's not as bad as the other rip-offs of Finding Nemo that ensued, but it seems that every studio wanted to rip off Finding Nemo. So Shark Tale was basically about this guy who was played by Will Smith, and it's basically about like this Great Lakes sock mob, and one of them dies. So basically, they are trying to find out who the bad guy is and stuff. And it's just completely ridiculous here. This movie is just completely ridiculous and just horrible. They even have so many great actors too. They even have the guy who hates Marvel movies. They have like a lot of actors that like won awards. But why is this movie so bad? Well, first of all, the animation. The animation is not too great. Like, I said The Incredibles that doesn't really have that amazing animation. People say The Incredibles animation doesn't holds up very well. But look at this movie. It looks ugly. It's just an ugly color palette. It's just an ugly movie. This movie is just ugly. And basically, basically, they want to find out who the person killed. So basically, I'm not gonna spoil it. Basically, but it's it's just bad. Do not watch Shark Tale unless it's like for free on like a streaming service or out, because you don't have to subject yourself to paying for this garbage, or just watch it on TV or whatever. Just don't subject yourself to paying for this movie. Because it's not worth any money. This movie, thankfully, never got a sequel. Thankfully, DreamWorks finally realized, hey, people hate this movie, let's not give it a sequel. You see, if it was made now, they would probably give it 5 sequels. And a spin-off as well. Well. And yep, this is the garbage version of Finding Nemo. And it's funny, the ironic thing is, a lot of these people in the movie, so actors like Renee Zellweger, Angelina Jolie, Laura De Niro, and Martin Scorsese actually won awards. And this movie's still bad! It's still bad! The plot sucks. The character sucks. Everything about Shark Tale sucks. So there we go. That is DreamWorks' worst movie. And someone actually said the worst DreamWorks movie is the B movie. Well, the B movie made a lot more sense. It was a lot more funnier than whatever the hell Shark Tale was. And yeah, it's not worth any money. I actually still have the movie on DVD. I'm still waiting for someone to buy this garbage. But no one wants to buy this movie because it is purely garbage. So that's basically about why Shark Tale sucks. And why it's such a bad and horrendous movie. And why it's still DreamWorks' worst movie ever made. And that's not even a question. Even Shrek Forever After is still better than this movie. Even Trolls is better than this movie. It's not too surprising. This is the worst one. That's basically it. Goodbye.